बहुत दिनों के बाद आज एक वीडियो बना रहे हैं. We're making a video after a very long time. We've been making videos, but those have been the webinar and other things. So today, this is a video for sharing a message with you all. A message which came to me as a very profound feeling, and so I want to share it with all mothers. Yeah. So this is the story of a particular somebody I will not name, but a true story. All I can tell you is that this is a true story. So friends, this is how it goes. There was this girl, young, out of college, young, vivacious, and she wants, okay, so there is this girl, young, out of college, young, vivacious, outgoing, and she wants to be on the cover page of India's big magazines as the CEO, right? So, you know how it is, children out of college, and they think that, yes, I've done my MBA, now I am going to get a job and a big cabin and a fat salary. All right, so now this girl goes to the corporate, and the minute she steps into the corporate, she realizes, oh, things are different, things are very different. Yeah, and she encounters practically all sorts of nonsense which is out there, which most of the people encounter. Yeah, there are people, and first of all, she's an MBA, she wants to get into marketing, she wants to get into analytics, she understands, but they offer her sales because companies go for MBA so that they can find breadwinners. Yeah, people who can go on the street and sell. So they hire her. Anyway, full of enthusiasm, she begins, to show people, okay, the product. She's in a consumer durable company, electronics. So she's showing the electronics. She's very excited. It so happens that she realizes that people at the other end, 8 out of 10, and that's very surprising why that happens to her. So they are more interested in her. What are you doing in the evening? Like that. And she figures out that this is going to be a difficult game. Slowly, she begins to lose steam. She begins to lose the dream of being on the cover page. Anyway, she struggles, and then she's from a traditional Indian family, and she gets married. Then she has another good job. She shifts her job. She has a better job. And here, thankfully, by God's grace, people are not like who they were in the first job. So she's happy. And she's doing well. She gets married to a very ambitious man. And she herself is very ambitious. So there's a sense of competition, healthy competition. Let's see who reaches where. Yeah? So as they progress forward, she has a baby. They have a baby. And being a very loving, doting mother, she wants to take a break for 2 years, deciding that I will go back once my baby begins to talk. Yeah, I guess some of you are almost kind of understanding what is coming. Yeah, because we are talking about the baby and we are talking about growing up, and we are on this channel, so you are kind of understanding what's coming. Yeah, you got that right. 2 years pass. In those 2 years, the girl has almost lost a lot of respect because she was considered to be very outgoing and smart and, ambitious. But now she's chosen the baby over the job. And so a little bit of shine in that relationship also fades away because the husband is going forward and growing. And he's looking forward, where is that partner who was, giving me competition and who would go forward, and now there's nothing. And she's just turned into someone that I will not, appreciate. As the things go forward, 2 years pass, and this person realizes the baby is not like every other baby. Yeah? Yes, you got that right. She realizes that's a child on the autism spectrum. Now the rules of the game have changed totally. Initially, it's very disheartening for her, for the family. Okay, time passes, she picks up her broken pieces. Then there's family pressure because this is, it has come from God. It is a condition, nothing much can happen. Let it go, And family members offer grandparents offer that we will parent to the best of what we can, and you go back to being the tigress that you were and go and shine. But she refuses. And that begins the point of contention between her and her partner, because the partner feels that this was your time to go and shine, and what did you do? You spoiled it all. But she refuses. And then she begins on the journey of seeing how she can make this work for her kid. The long lost dream of being on the cover page of the magazine, of a business magazine, being the CEO, it's gone. It's gone. Now she's working with the kid day and night, learning, working. Guess what happens? She begins to get opposition, rejection from the society, rejection from schools. Because as you all know, autism is not something that gets turned around in days. No, it takes years, it takes decades. Anyway, kid grows up, is ready to go to school, and wherever the Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. So she's that lamb behind the kid who's Mary. Yeah, that nursery rhyme. So she's following him wherever he will go. So she joins the school, not because of an ambition, but she joins in a clerical position in the school because she's not technically qualified, although she knows a bit, pretty much, but she's not technically qualified. So she joins the school so that she can see if they are doing justice with the kid. Yeah, now she's totally obsessed with only one thing, getting the kid settled. All this while also thinking, God, why did you have to choose me? Because she doesn't have answer to that. And that's what our story is all about today. God, why did you choose me? You know, that question which we are all the time always asking ourselves. God, why did you choose me? For whatever it is that is struggling, that is a struggle in our lives. And then what happens? Some unexpected turn of events, some people leave in an exigency. She's required to manage a class. So behind the covers, she's not, pronounced as the class teacher because she doesn't have the degree, but she reaches as a special educator. Next 2 years are so grilling because A, she's coping up with studies, she's coping up with the kid, and she wants to make a difference, and this is the toughest class in the entire setup. There are people who are wanting to walk away from that setup. But she said no. Yeah, there are people who are threatening that if you put me into that class, I will resign. But she said no, I will take it up. And then simultaneously with the studies, 3 years, and she knows a bit. And she's using that for her child, she's using it for the outsiders. Yeah? Now it's time for the next jump. The school refuses a mainstream class for her son. She pulls out the kid on the belief that something good will happen, and something good happens. The child gets a mainstream class in yet another city, and not only the child gets it, but again unexpected movement, twist of events. And that's what I say, that God is with you. Yeah? And she gets to be the head of department in that school, setting up the systems in the school. 3 years and she knows a lot more. And the kid is a lot better. And now they're blessed with another kid. And now working in the school is something she doesn't want to do, because it is going to be at the cost of the second child. And so she pulls herself out and starts off on her own. The minute she starts off on her own, wants to set up a system, something or the other happens. People cannot stick around to her. And she's trying, she's being a good boss, but educators leave, and she's not understanding why educators are leaving. Why? After so much of effort, she's again left to be on her own. So she's working full-time, part-time, 1.5 times. Doesn't know anything else, just working. The dream of being on the cover page of the magazine, gone. Managing with just one thing, the fact that kids should benefit. She works like that for the next 8 to 9 years. And then she sets up a system whereby she is able to help not hundreds but thousands of people. Thousands of people. And she's well on her way. And guess what? The dream returns. Because now she knows that she can make it big. And now when she looks back, she knows why the educators did not stay. The educators did not stay because then she would not have had the learning in the practical school. She knows why her child went through the hardships. Because if that would not have happened, she would not have learned what to do to protect children from getting into hardships. She faced all the opposition from the family members because now she knows why and how to curb the opposition and to keep yourself strong. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot join the dots looking forward. We can only join the dots when we look back. So the point here is, at a point in time when you are struggling very, very hard and you cannot see why things are happening to you for no apparent fault of yours, is the time when you know that the story is much bigger. वो क्या था शाहरुख खान का? पिक्चर अभी बाकी है मेरे दोस्त. या? तो पिक्चर आपकी बाकी है जब आप स्ट्रगल कर रहे हो. The movie isn't over when you are struggling. Yeah? You are going to get where you want to get with yourself, with your career, with your relationships, with your child, provided you decide that you want to get there. And when you get there is when you look back to join the dots to understand it was all a divinely orchestrated game plan. You had to go through the pain to get to where you will reach. So on that note, keep working with your child, keep improving your skills, keep being at it. Anything that happens which is not correct according to you, which is wrong, which is unfair, know that it is preparing you for something much bigger and much more magnificent. So on that note, keep working with your kid and may each kid win.